Samoa, ia tautuana, o lauto, fi mai lunga. Samoa, ia mua mua, lea tua, I mea uma. Samoa. parti, oh parti, toi t'en vas, toi t'en vas.
Man, I miss playing that intro. Peace and blessings to everybody. This is David Minnie, the Samoan Watchman. I hope you're all doing well. And just want to say thank you for coming back and checking out the channel. I look forward to much love to you all and all to our new friends that we have met, found, discovered, met throughout this past year. We're coming up to the first year of the Samoan Watchman channel. I know this channel has been used for other purposes in the past, but it has become a truther channel and pretty much just an extension of me, what I think, what I believe, things I want to share. And so, yes, it's been a while since we played that intro. It's been a while since I've gone live. I'm still not going live. And now that I want to get back to doing lives, I don't have the equipment to do it. So I'm hoping that the sound comes in clear. I'm hoping that I'm not wasting my time, because I have been having some sound issues lately, and it's a bit annoying. So I promise you guys, I'm gonna get a new computer. I got ones to fix, I got ones to get rid of, and I just need a new computer. For the things that I want to do, I need something capable. And so, I'm going to put some money away. There's some things I got to take care of first. So, got to take it step by step. But today is a short video just sharing part 2 of the Samoan Chief Staff. A lot of people are asking me about it. I've been getting messages about it. And people have been asking in the chat. And thank you guys for even caring, first of all. Thank you guys for being a part of this channel. And I promise you guys I got some more content coming up. I've been working pretty much just from, my phone and trying to make little videos here and there, little shorts, and using the community tab. So thank you, YouTube, for having a community tab. I've been wanting to get it. I wanted to do it the right way, get to 500 subs, but they gave it to us all. And I'm grateful, so I'm going to try to use it as best I can. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are having, had an awesome, last quarter of the year with all, if you celebrate the holidays. If you do, good for you. Hope you had some time with your family. I hope you're doing well. And some of you guys have been injured, and, I feel for you guys. My prayers go out to you guys. I'm sorry about that, and I hope you're doing well. And I hope to see you guys again. There's a lot of friends that come and gone. And there's some that, have a little beef. And there's all kinds of funny stuff that's going on. That's what it's about, man. There's communities going to have a little bit of everything. So it's all good. But today, just to let you guys know, 2022 ended very well for me. Even though there's been a lot of issues. But I'm in a position to where I can work my way out of it. So for that, I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to have this platform, and I'm thankful to have the friends that I have now. If I chat with you in the chats, I got much love for you, man. Men, ladies and gentlemen, men and women. And for all who comment my silly videos that I post on here, thank you. Yeah, I do appreciate the interaction. I do appreciate the just the loyalty and just people liking what I do. And so I have a lot of ideas I got to get out. I just needed to get myself in the right position to do so. And so here I am, still with a lot of things going on. But let me share my part 2 of the Samoan Chief Staff, and I'm gonna share a little bit more of the background. I've got some good feedback on part 1 of this, and I'm excited to learn about some of the features in the Chief Staff or the Ko'oko'o. And the reason why there are certain features to it, I learned some from the people in the chat. So if you have more information, those of you who are going or watching, any Samoans out there or any Polynesians out there who know who have more information on the Chief Staff, if you'd like to share with me, please reach out to me in the comments so I can put it in part 3 of my project. I like to work with wood. I like to carve. I like to work with glass, stone. And this is something I've never done before. I just had it in my head. One day I want to build one of these things. And so let me show you a couple pictures. Let me show you some pictures of what this thing is supposed to look like. So the Chief Staff, right? This is old school. So look, here's an old chief from back in the 1800s. And the 2 items that he has in his hand, one looks like a little broom thing. It's a short-handled broom, and I think it's modeled after an actual broom. And then the second is a staff, right? So there's that. Here's another look at it. Sorry if it's not zoomed in, but this is the traditional Chief Staff. And you'll see that people have them in spirals. They don't all have the spiral, but some do, right? And some are just these lumps. Here's a staff with on the left side, on the middle, you'll see the thing with the white hairs, the little handle. It's like a broom, or handheld broom. It's cool. And on the far right, we have this. I forgot the name of that thing, but it's like a necklace. I don't know what it's made out of, but it's pretty much the Samoan version of a necktie. So when someone wants to be formal, they wear that in the traditional sense, and also in today's formal, like going to church or being in a meeting. That is the new official necklace that you would wear. It's the equivalent to like putting on a suit for your tie, or a tie for your suit, for if you're going to go to an important meeting like a wedding or church service. Here's the chief wearing all 3 items, or possessing all 3 items. There's the Chief Staff. You see the variances in the design. This one doesn't have the spiral. It has the segments, the rings. All right, and all these staffs, I would say, are about, I'd say between 5.5 feet tall to 6 feet tall, or 6 feet long, depending on who designed it and depending on the person holding it. And they usually hold it from the very top or a few inches down from the top. And this is a staff that the chief holds when he's addressing the people, addressing the village, addressing the council. And I believe only the orator has it. I'm not sure. But this is old school. If you've seen the other picture, I wish I had more of the old pictures. I just kind of grabbed some and put some together real quick. Here's a picture of a chief inside a meeting in a hall, and they always have one speaking, even if it's something like this. It's not the old tradition where they're outside in front of the village or in front of the family when some people are getting married. This is a part of the tradition at all big meetings, and especially government meetings too, that the chief will come and address his people. So this is similar to my design. You got the ball on the top, the ring disc right below it, the handle. I like the handle on this one. I wish I had made my handle longer. And then you got the spiral. Started with big spirals, moving down to smaller ones. Here's another picture of a chief with the 2 big handles, the ring on the top, and the spiral down below. This is also similar to mine, except my handle is not that long. And here he is with the big fue over his shoulder, right? The broom looking thing, and it's got the long hairs on that. And I got a little bit of advice from my stepdad on how to make that thing. And he said you get this long oval or football shaped coconut, and you beat on it until it opens up slowly and the hairs kind of naturally open up, and it's that long. If you have the longer football shaped coconut instead of the round coconut, and then you start to braid it, right, and you infuse it into a handle, which I have the wood for a handle. I'm going to be using what's the tree, the fig tree wood that I have left over from the fig tree that was cut down from our backyard, and it's gonna smell really good, and it's gonna look really cool. It has a really cool texture to that wood. And so here's the chief, my last picture of a chief who has the staff. Usually holds it there, out, extend it, and then sometimes he can pull it towards him when he's, there's little gestures and stuff that they make. And then the fluid they're going over the head, they'll swing that thing around. I don't know the words, but yeah, I see the length of it. I thought it was just bark, but it's apparently the husk of the coconut. And you'll see in Samoan culture, almost everything is made out of coconut. And I think that's going to be one of my future projects, is making jewelry out of the coconut, but doing it by hand with intricate designs. And so that's going to be my next project. So tools that I use. This has been my main tool for most of my projects, is the Dremel 100. It's a very simple Dremel. It's corded, it's heavy, and it's a single speed. It's just on and off, on and off. That's it. There's no variable speed. There's no quick change, nothing. This is the original, old school Dremel 100. This has been my main tool for most of my projects, even including the shot glass that I did for Monty, and all my family projects that I've done with this. I've done a lot of projects in the past I wish I had more footage of, but this has been my main tool, and I've been meaning to get the arm. I was suggested by a friend of mine, Chadwick Fortune, thought to get the handle for this, or the what do you call that? It's just a cable that runs out, and then you have the little hand tool at the end, and then this will hang, and you can just use this as a motor, and the hand tool like a stylo to do projects, and you can get really into it, doing sharp or intricate designs with the hand tool, instead of this big old blocky thing, that, and this got some weight to it. But I've gotten used to this, it's just the time. So I started making my staff with this, but a couple problems. Number one, the sawdust gets all over the place because it's spinning, and it just shoots up dust all over my desk. And I can't have that. And because then I just got dust everywhere, and I gotta work here too. Besides the projects I do, I have my day job, which I work right here from the station. And so there was that, plus the noise. And then recently, and I started my staff, and I did a video, and I started off with just 2 dowels like this, right? So, I never, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I started just carving away at this thing. I drew out the design and carved away at it, it's just too much to pull this thing out and then plug in my Dremel and make all that noise and all that mess when I got work to do. So I started off with first of all I had to find the wood, and it was hard to find the wood, and I found this at Home Depot in the crafts department. They don't make them any longer than this. This is only about 3.5 feet tall, or 4 feet tall, actually 4 feet tall, and it's a good width, right? Good width in the diameter, and you don't want to see a staff go bigger than this. So it was good that I can get something like this that's solid, not too heavy. So this actually has some weight to it, and then I can carve in. And so if you see, I was going to turn this into this, right, or this, okay. And so I got 2 at 4 feet, so I knew I was going to have to start with one and then somehow marry this into the other part. And so I have a couple ideas of how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to have to carve away a little bit more, and then figure out how much weight it's going to be hanging on a 2-piece item like this. And then I started thinking maybe I'll get the the screw, you know what I'm saying? So one can screw into the other, kind of like a pull stick that you keep in the case. That way you got the staff and it'll be portable, because I'm making this for my father-in-law who's taking on the chief position in his village, and he's headed out next month. So this is going to be for him, you know, since he's the new chief, literally. So that's that. So here's what I get. And that, there we go. All right. We went from this to this. And this is much lighter now that I have the two of them. Yeah, let me show you. I wish I had a better camera. Let me set this one aside, and then I'll show you some of the features. So let's start from the top. We start off with our ball. It's not a perfect circle. This is by hand. I just drew a circle into this and then start carving away at it and turning it around and start carving away to the side of it. And maybe this will help. There you go, I think. Alright. So, still got a flat top up there, and I'm going to shave all that down. Alright, so we got us a circle. And this is not perfect. This is all by hand. Alright. Then we got one disc, two discs. We got the handle. This is where the handle is going to be. Another disc here. And then we got some spiral action. And this was a little difficult to make by hand. Right? This was a little difficult. What I did was I marked a straight line down, turned it all the way around, make sure I got it on the other side. Yeah, I did that by hand. So just make sure I got two edges marked, straight line down. Then turned it again halfway, mark the two, make sure I'm perfectly quartered out here, straight line down. And then I started going down every 2 inches, leaving a mark. I'm talking like I'm from Boston. Leaving a mark, yeah, a mark right here in the wood. And so, I work for a company on the East Coast now, man. I'm picking up stuff. So yeah, I started leaving a mark every 2 inches. All right, every 2 inches, and then drew a line slant, started connecting dots. All right, I made my two perfect lines that spiral all the way down. I left the pen marking so you can see along my progress there. Hopefully it could focus in right. All right, so you see my little pen marks all the way down. All the way. I did all this again by hand. I'm kind of proud of that. Then I started carving away. You know, first I used the Dremel to carve along the lines. And then, there you go. So yeah. Here's my staff. Again, from this to this. Man, I need some better camera angles here. Maybe if I tilt it back. Oh yeah. If I tilt it back, you can see better. I'm too lazy to get up to show you. Yeah, this is how professional I am on my podcast. I'm just gonna sit here and experiment live. Alright, so there. And one thing I want to share was sped it up really, because I did the Dremel work and I was like, damn, this is gonna take a long freaking time. And I put it down literally for like a month and a half. Right? I just put the wrong one away. And here we are. So here's the bottom, and I'm working on shaving that down, and then I'm gonna cut a hole in here, right to the top, and I'm gonna bore that out about that much, and then I'm gonna make this into there and fill it up with some wood glue or Gorilla Glue, and then kind of stitch this thing to where it's lined up perfectly. Let the glue dry off, all right, and let it settle. and then I can cut off about 2 feet of this. So this 4-foot piece would then have 2 feet off of this piece, and then I'll make my perfect 6-foot staff. Now I'm about 6'2", and so, you know, he can hold it like this, or hold it like this, or hold it like this, however he wants to hold it when he does his speech. And then, I'm going to be doing my designs. There's going to be a lot of designs here. It's going to be painted almost, I think we're going to go dark, like a dark brown, or that'd be the traditional way, or black. So that way we can really see the designs, to where you see all this border around me. It's gonna look kind of like that, but in reverse, where it'll be light designs into the dark paint of the wood. I don't ever see it in a natural color like this, but this is a different kind of wood that they don't have in the island, so I'm gonna have to stain it and carve my designs into it. And I plan on spiraling down a little bit more, and also have the last name running down here in block letters with tribal design all the way around. Let me have tribal right here around the discs, tribal in the grip, and I'm gonna leave a little scripture on there somewhere, and I'll go from there. But you know what I'm really excited about is the majority of the work that I did in the last couple of days. And let me introduce you to these things. These guys, my new best friends, okay? These little chisels. Oh my gosh. I was just sitting here just hammering, just holding it to the wood and hammering. And it works so much faster, so much better than the Dremel. Oh my goodness. Maybe it's just this type of project, but these chisels, especially this guy right here. Nope, that's not him. Where's my buddy? There he is. Especially this guy right here. This thing just chips this thing away like it's butter. I could almost do it by hand, but yeah, with a little hammer, this guy right here did the majority of this in 2 days. Okay, the Dremel was struggling, but this thing right here was getting it done. So I'm so glad I bought this thing a couple years ago. Never used it. Just had it here in my toolbox. And I pulled it out and I said, dang it, let me start using these things and see if it works. Because I had the smaller version of this that I would use, but this bigger set, I got this from the dollar store. It was $7 at the dollar store. And worth it. $7 at the dollar store, guys. That's how it is now. It's 2023. But yeah, this guy right here really carves away at this wood easily. And I'm so excited about using it for other projects that I got in the future. There's some weaponry that I want to make, Samoan weaponry, and it's going to be those tools are going to come in handy. I also have a kava bowl, right, which is the ceremonial bowl. Some of you might have a bowl that you use in your house for medicinal purposes. Samoans have a kava bowl. Kava is the ceremonial drink that we make to celebrate, to get drunk, to have chief council meetings. Kava is what's used for ceremonies, for celebrating big events going on. And we have a bowl and a server who serves up the drink. And it's a very important drink. And so the kava bowl is a big part of our culture. And I'm going to make one of those too. So very excited to share my culture, very excited to explore my culture. I'm learning more out there just by getting started on projects like this. And it's exciting, and I think that all of you should do the same thing. Learn your culture, respect your culture. It doesn't have to make you who you are, but it's just good to know. It really is. So yeah, I'm excited about my project. Should be done with this within the next couple of weeks. I really am speeding up the process with these guys right here. These guys again. I should have known. I work with wood, but I've been doing everything with a Dremel, and I didn't think to go old school and start using the chisel and hammer. Man, it's just making it so much faster. So yeah, I'm excited. to do some more work on this thing. I'm going to be working on it all weekend. I got 3 days off, and I'm going to get to work on this bad boy. And so you're going to see some more progress. You're going to see some big differences. Thank you to everybody who's asked about it. I've been seeing your comments in the chats with other people's channels, Ronnie's and Steve's and them. And yeah, man. So this is just in part 2 of the Samoan Chief Staff. It's not a walking stick. Some people were asking me about a walking stick. That's because I showed my walking stick when I said I was going to make this thing. But this is not a walking stick. The Chief doesn't use it to walk. He holds it to talk. I know, doesn't make sense. It's backwards, but it is what it is. But yeah, if anybody has any pointers, any Samoans out there watching, I'm definitely going to be tagging Samoa in the YouTube and putting it out there on Twitter as well. And, trying to grow the channel. Just share things that I'm interested in, projects I'm running. And yeah, what do you guys have in mind? Is there any questions you guys have? Any ideas you guys have? Any suggestions? Things that I should make? Oh my, I just did something weird. And pray for your boy, man. My health is, I mean, it's not the best, but oh man, I got some stories about my hand here not working. And as you can see, my hand's pretty strong. I'm able to play my bass. I gotta show you guys my new bass. This little guy. I got a little mini bass. It is an ukulele bass. So let me put this project away. And I got something for myself around Christmas time for me, and I'm excited about it because I have wanted one of these for a long time. Now, you guys know I play bass. If you don't know, I just told you something new. But this is the ukulele bass, a U bass, and it is cool. It's not the most expensive brand for bass or U basses. There's some pretty fancy ones. This is used from OfferUp. It is acoustic. As you can see, it's like a ukulele, and it's electric. And I got a tuner. And the cool thing about these things are these strings. It's a ukulele, but it sounds like a double bass. And what I mean by double bass, those old school basses where the guy, the big jazz bass where the guy stands up like this next to the bass and he plays. This is what that sounds like. It is so cool. Let me give you a sample. Now, I don't like these strings. This is a used ukulele bass. Apparently, he wore these strings out to where your fingers stick to it, and you don't want that because it's a weird feeling, but... No, sorry, that was terrible. That was a little bit Bob Marley. But yeah, this thing I wanted for a long time, and I finally got it. I'm excited about it because I can keep it here next to my desk. I don't have to plug it into the amp. And whenever I want to, I just pick it up and jam, Let's see. Yeah, this thing. Been wanting it for a long time, and I finally got it. So I'm excited about that. Probably gonna do some videos on it, but I need to change out these strings because they suck. I'm gonna get some nice strings on here and put some little ditties out there for you guys to check out. But yeah, excited about that. I'm gonna do all this, so I'll make a video on that soon. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for following the channel. Thank you guys so much for just your friendship and everybody that contributes by commenting, by liking, by subbing. And thank you all for providing content. Ed, thank you so much, man, for the stuff that you share with me on Twitter. I definitely want to cover some of that material. And to everybody else, peace and blessings. Much love to you all. And do know that out of all the truth that we share, the number one truth in the world and the most important truth is that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. And so I hope that you know Him. I hope you have a relationship with Him. And I hope that you ask for truth. And God will give it to you. All right. God bless you. Take care. Much love. And aloha and aloha too. And all that good stuff. All right, y'all.